So as of late 2022 and early 2023, the Bose Smart Soundbar 600 is currently my favorite mid-size soundbar to recommend because it gets plenty loud, it has a decent amount of bass all on its own, it has very impressive instrument separation, and thanks to its upward firing speakers, it has true Dolby Atmos support. I feel the Bose Smart Soundbar 600 is great for any bedroom or medium-sized living room. However, if you're going to be using the 600 in your living room, then you might want some bass. And in that case, then you might want to pick up the Bose Bass Module 500. Now first, let's talk about compatibility. Now you can use this bass module wirelessly with either the Bose Smart Soundbar 900, 700, 600, 500, or 300, or you can always use this bass module with a wired connection with any other soundbar out there. Now when it comes to pricing, the Bass Module 500 has a retail price of $500, but can be found on sale for $400. Now, if you want to pick any of these products up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. Now, ideally, if you're thinking about picking up this bass module, then you probably have a Bose Smart Soundbar of some kind. And if that's the case, then you're going to be able to use this bass module completely wirelessly, as in there's going to be no cable going from your soundbar to your bass module, meaning that you can place this bass module anywhere in the room, and you're also not going to have to hide any cables under the carpet. Now, one pro tip concerning the placement of the subwoofer: if you want to maximize the bass output of the subwoofer, then you can either place it up against a wall or in a corner. And if you want to reduce its bass output, then what you want to do is that you want to place it in the center of a room. The only thing that you have to worry about is just connecting this subwoofer up to power. And thankfully, this subwoofer plugs in via a universal AC port, and there's no external power brick that you have to worry about hiding. Now, the initial setup of this bass module is very easy if you're using it with a Bose Smart Soundbar. Now, first you just want to make sure that your soundbar is already set up, it's connected up to Wi-Fi, and you have the Bose Music app opened up. On the main page, you're just going to tap on Audio, then press on Accessory Speakers, tap to add the bass module, give it a few seconds, and you're all set. And from this same app, you're going to be able to adjust how much bass this bass module puts out. And also, if you wanted to, you can have up to 2 bass modules wirelessly connected to your smart soundbar and get them to work together, which is really going to help with your overall immersiveness. The only thing to keep in mind here is that you need to have 2 Bose Bass Modules 500s. Unfortunately, you cannot mix and match bass modules, so you can't have a 500 working with a 700. Now, when it comes to overall wireless connectivity performance, I've never had any issues. The soundbar and the subwoofer are always in sync, they always get paired up, and I haven't had any connection dropout issues. However, you don't have to use this bass module with a wireless connection if you don't want to or can't. You can always use this bass module with a wired connection. You can either use it with a wired connection with any Bose Smart Soundbar, or you can use a wired connection with any other soundbar out there that has a bass line out. But enough talk about this bass module's compatibility and setup. Let's talk about the performance. Now we're going to jump into the sound test. In the sound test, we're going to be using the Bose Smart Soundbar 600. It's going to be playing at 75% volume, but we're going to be using my preferred EQ settings, which is the center channel is set to 30, the height channel is set to 40, the bass is set to 50, and the treble is set to 0. Now we're going to be using the soundbar by itself. We're also going to be using the soundbar plus the bass module, but the bass module is going to be set to 0. And we're also going to be using the soundbar with the bass module, but this time with the bass module set to 50, which is my preferred setting.
Let's go this much. Someone traveled through here recently. Care package coming in. Hostile spotted. Putting an eye in the sky. Yeah, 3 squads here. Making the I've got an enemy shield. Reloading. Let us go this way. Recharging shields. Getting threat. Recharging my shields. Recharging my shields. I downed the hostile. We should go. Target spot here.
They say every day's a new day. Live it like your last day. It's okay to feel great. Yeah, you're all jumping on the new waves. I'm just bad, but I'll stay stuck up in my old ways. So hard to let habits we've got addicted to. I'm trying to change my life, but so much easier to say than do. Please help me. Please go easy on me. I can't believe it's so hard for me to see. I deserve to feel happy now. So please go easy. Please go easy on me. Go easy on me. Go easy on me. Easy on me. Don't give me a hard time, just let me live my life in peace, my life in peace. Been broken a long time, don't remember the highlights of me, highlights of me. Oh, please help me, please go easy on me. I can't believe it's so hard for me to see that I deserve this. Deserve to feel happy now. So please go easy. Please go easy. So hard to unlearn habits we got addicted to. I'm trying to change my life, but so much easier to say than do. Please help me. Please go easy. Please go easy. Please go easy. Go easy on me. So go easy.
So like I've mentioned in past videos where I feature the Bose Smart Soundbar 600, I feel the 600 has a decent amount of bass all on its own. You're going to be able to feel what's happening on the screen, and I feel that it's adequate for a medium-sized living room. And it does all of this in a very compact package. However, I do feel that adding more bass to the 600 is really going to complement its already very impressive instrument separation, and that's where the Bose Bass Module 500 comes in. Now, obviously, with this bass module, you're going to be able to better feel what's happening on the screen, and whatever content you're watching is just going to feel more dynamic. However, in classic Bose fashion, even if you have this bass module paired up to your soundbar, your home theater setup is still going to lean towards a more balanced or neutral sound signature, as in the mids are going to be more pronounced and the bass isn't going to be super in your face. And if you were to go into the EQ settings of your home theater setup, and if you were to raise the bass on the soundbar, then the subwoofer will increase its bass as well, but in an adequate and proportional kind of way. It's still going to continue to lean towards a more neutral sound signature, if that makes any sense at all. However, if you want to maximize the bass coming out of the subwoofer, then you are going to want to go into the app and you're going to want to raise the bass on the subwoofer itself. And after you've done this, that's when the subwoofer starts to deliver the type of bass that you'd be expecting. Now personally, I feel that this subwoofer is still going to be better suited for a medium-sized living room, because if you have a larger living room with a larger TV, then the bass on this subwoofer can still feel a little soft. But finally, I think that the last thing that is worth talking about on this subwoofer is just its overall design. Now, the Bose Bass Module 500 only comes in black, unlike its larger brother, the 700, which comes in both black and white. This one only comes in black. This bass module has a mostly plastic body, which does a really good job of not reflecting any light. But more importantly, it's very small and is very inconspicuous because it only has a height of 9.5 inches and it has a footprint of 10 by 10 inches and it only weighs in at 11 pounds. So just placing the subwoofer and just hiding the subwoofer is very easy, even if you have a medium-sized living room or if you're planning on using the subwoofer in your bedroom, which personally, I do feel is a little bit overkill to have a subwoofer in your bedroom, but that's just me. So with all that being said, like I mentioned in past videos, the Bose Smart Soundbar 600 has a decent amount of bass all on its own, and that also goes for the Bose Smart Soundbar 900. However, if you want to amplify your movie watching experience and if you've got a medium-sized living room, then the Bose Bass Module 500 is a very simple and easy option that just works. It delivers a decent amount of bass all on its own and in a very compact package. Just remember, if you want to get the most bass out of the subwoofer, you do want to go into the app and you want to increase the bass on the subwoofer itself. Otherwise, out of the box, it is going to be a little tamed. And like I mentioned earlier, I feel that this subwoofer is going to be better suited for a medium-sized living room, because if you've got a larger size living room, then the 500 could still have a little bit of a problem adequately filling your large living room with sound. But keep in mind, you can always increase the bass of this subwoofer by placing it up against a wall or in a corner. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.